What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your weekend astrology forecast for the weekend of June 11th and the 12th of 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all so much. Hope you are having a great weekend so far. Let's take a look at the astrology for this weekend. Of course, we start off the weekend with Saturday and got a sun at 20 degrees. Going to be emotional. And with a moon in Scorpio, oh yeah, deep emotional, a lot of feeling. Lot of depth, a lot of transformation, a lot of the stuff we don't want to look at, uncomfortable things that we're going to have to face. And a lot of this is going to come with, oh my gosh, Venus and Uranus conjunct in Taurus, opposing that moon. Oh my gosh. This is a very interesting day. And I've been saying this all week. I know you're probably like, oh, what are you talking about with all these relationships? This is where we really feel the change and the shift take place within relationships, within money, within probably financial markets. There is some big shift taking place, and it does this is where we start to feel really what that looks like in our own personal lives. And with the moon in Scorpio, we can really want to emotionally attach ourselves to things or to people or to, all these variable outcomes of life. And we're going to have to kind of learn to let go. Like this is a Saturday where it's going to be so emotional. You're just going to have to accept truth, accept the here now moment of what's showing up, and be able to let things, just let the universe work its magic. It's going to feel weird. It's going to feel dark. It's going to feel intense. It can. I shouldn't say it's going to. It's a little fatalistic. It can feel very intense. But sometimes it's that intensity where, we're actually really seeing a balance point here of where we can detach a little bit, let go, not hold on so tight because change is taking place and we can see that, there's evolution going on right now so that we can go and take value to a higher standard, a next level place where the universe wants you to go. There's big mission stuff going on, going on with that. But dang. And with the quincunx over to Chiron and Mars, oh my gosh. It's a lot. It's very there's a lot we want to cut through and define and take action for, but it's sensitive and it's deep and it's it's such an ego check, and that's a vulnerable place to be in, and it's bringing up a lot of our own wounds, and it's almost like we can be contemplating who we even are because of these changes that are taking place. And stay curious, stay in a place where you can feel secure just within yourself and your worth and your value, because there's aspects that's just changing within our environment and people and life and society, and this is new stories. This is new story stuff. It's pretty wild, and of course we're still seeing things very black and white. And I think that is the investigative quality that we have right now that's helping us transmute energy. And this is definitely a day where things are getting transmuted in ways we weren't expecting, that are not comfortable, but we're learning that things end in life so that new beginnings can start, and the new beginnings have a special quality to them. It's just being okay with letting go of the things that we just want to hold on to so tight. So tight. As we look at Sunday, we're going to see, of course, the sun come to 21 degrees, and it's starting to make a square over to Neptune. And it's also starting to trine over to Saturn. So we're going to get that about the same time, and we're starting to feel both of these energies kind of come into play. But Neptune, Sun square Neptune is definitely hard because, especially with a Mars Chiron, it's just adding to this sensitive victim sort of outcome of change is taking place and upgrades are happening, but we can be so attached with the moon in Scorpio on the south node that we do not want to go towards new values. And the moon's quincunx Mercury and trine Neptune, and we'll finish off the day with a trine over to Jupiter. there's a big new story that's trying to get revealed, and there can be a rise of the phoenix moment here. But gosh, it's taking, big steps and accepting that you can't control every outcome, but you can control your, state. You can control your objective awareness enough to peel back and see, like, okay, there's a potential here in the future. It sucks this has to go. It sucks that this isn't what I thought things were going to be like, but there's so much more out there. And there's a positivity through this where it's like you kind of come into Monday and you're going to feel a little bit more upbeat and a little bit more, ready to go. But then we're also building up to a full moon in Sag. And this is, releasing the story, the old story, so that the new story can start based on the truth and the fact of the matter about where you're at in your life and all that you have learned. So, and the moon's also going to sextile Pluto with, of course, Mercury getting ready to come back into Gemini, and it's at that anaretic degree. So, we're having to look very intensely and very deeply at our values and be able to let go so that we can achieve more in the evolution and in the transformation and in these upgrades that we're getting. I would not be surprised if this weekend has crazy solar flare activity. There's something about God trying to show us how to just surrender, let go, and go towards better things, go towards more valuable things in our life, and to really be confident through change without, just holding on so tight and kicking and screaming, because then we can feel really powerless. And it's through those moments too that you realize how strong and powerful and valuable you really are. And I think that, this weekend's a big check. Like, are you ready for the value of your worth? Are you ready to have better? Are you ready to stop playing the victim? Are you ready to trust God, to trust the universe that the change will be beneficial in your life? It's going to be a test. But it's a test that we can pass with flying colors if the faith is there and you can stay in a place of really using your intuition, really using, what you can feel, and being okay with it feeling like something's changing, even if the mind wants to hold on very intensely. Because we've already done the investigation, the truth's already shown up. And this is trying to, especially with the sun at 21 degrees, this is trying to open things up. So Sunday really is, through kind of intense times, it's really cutting away the old to get ready to really let in the new. But we're building up towards that. And by Tuesday, on that full moon in Sagittarius, we're really going to be letting go of old stories. So I hope you all have a great weekend. Sending you all my best. I'm, of course, up at Don't Trip in Utah, and I recorded all these before I left, so I appreciate you all for being here. 9 of Pentacles upright. I think that pure self-love, baby. It is that. I think this is really knowing that it just takes your self-love. The more you love yourself, the more that you know that you can do it by yourself, the better it's going to be. It's going to attract in powerful people into your life that can do it that way too. But gosh, there's so much relationship stuff this weekend where, we're going to feel like we need other people, or we're lost, and it's going to be a test to be like, you're still good. You're still good with or without, and owning your value and being okay with unpredictable changes, being okay with things not, looking like they're going to go right. But, what's the overall outcome? We don't know yet. This full moon's going to bring that out, but we're not there yet. Death, transformations here, but look at how beautiful it can be. Of course, there's moths and they all transform from caterpillars. And of course, there's beautiful roses because there's always life on the other side of death. So it can feel like there's something getting put to rest this weekend, but that does not mean that something amazing can't flourish from that. and the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, and we got to be careful of energy that's trying to kind of come in and put spells on us, try and keep us trapped. There's something about breaking out, but also, not blocking the intuition, and, really looking how to see both sides: spiritual, physical, intuition, logic, and getting, that lined up in our lives so that we can really feel strong and powerful here and through transformation, because there's changes coming, and that's just where we're at. I love you all very much. Have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you all for Monday's horoscope. Much love. Peace.